A rich man was speeding up in a village street with his brand new luxurious car. At one point, a heavy brick hit his car, smashing its windscreen. The man stopped abruptly, came out angrily to see who had thrown the brick. It was a young and poor boy who willingly owned up. The man was furious. "Why did you throw the brick at my car?" And grabbing the little boy by the shoulders, he started shaking him. "So sorry, sir," answered the boy. "My older disabled brother has fallen from his wheelchair right round the corner. He is too heavy for me to lift him up. I saw your car coming and needed to stop you. Can you help me put back on the wheelchair my brother so that I can take him back home?" The man forgot all about his damaged new car. He helped the child to take his brother home. What makes us change our course in life? Is it brute force or gentle whispers? When does a smoker quit smoking? Is it the newly diagnosed lung cancer, or is it the love for his life and his family? What makes us quit our evil ways? Is it punishments or the joy and peace of kindness and goodness? Where do we meet and find God? Is it in brute impressive power, force, or in the gentle and fragile whispers of nature? What makes us really change? Is it fear of punishment or loving tenderness? Just take a look at the world around us. We humans are so thirsty for peace, and yet look at all the wars going around outside us and within us, among nations and races, genders and creeds, social classes, cultures, families, neighbors, parliaments, clubs. It seems that we humans are unable to live without conflicts and wars. Just watch or listen to the evening news and you see a picture of a world in turmoil, destroyed by all kinds of wars. And yet, our deepest desire and thirst is for real and lasting peace. Why this contradiction? Why do we humans never learn? What will make us stop the racing, reckless driving of life in our rat race for power, money, our violent competition to reach the top of the heap? What will bring real, lasting peace in our world? Is it the brick or is it the whisper? Is it through power and control or through the gentle and loving embrace of our fragility and vulnerability? We believe, we know that God is love. Where? How does this love shine at its brightest? Is it in the force and power, or is it in our inner strength and faithfulness? We humans get confused because we mistake power for strength. Power is the force and ability to make things fit our desires and needs. It shows itself when we break up mountains to build our cities, when we pollute our atmosphere by burning fossil fuels to make our cars, machines, tools, air conditioners, seeking to make our lives more easy, more comfortable. We break people and societies to gain political, commercial, or simply money power. Someone needs to throw a big, heavy brick to stop the mad, racing, luxurious but dangerous car that can crush that poor, vulnerable, and disabled humanity fallen in the middle of the road. The Old Testament is full of stories about God throwing heavy bricks at our mad and deadly racing humanity. In it, we read tragic stories of plagues, famines, earthquakes, slavery, wars, conflicts, punishments. Were these the bricks raining down on humanity to stop the madness, to bring it back to its senses? In reality, was it God throwing bricks at us? Or were we humans throwing these bricks at one another? The New Testament reveals the other side of the story. God is not the angry superpower of the Old Testament throwing bricks at our racing madness. He is no longer to be found in the strong and heavy wind, rending the mountains and crushing the rocks that the first lesson speaks about. He is no longer to be seen in the devastating earthquake or the raging fire. God is no longer throwing bricks to stop our madness. In the New Testament, God comes to us like a little poor and helpless child in a world full of dangerous, mad, rushing drivers who are getting nowhere. Jesus is the God's gentle whisper, seeking to save a brother or a sister from being crushed by the racing reckless cars driven by human greed, power, pleasure. In his vision, Elijah discovers God in the gentleness of that whispering sound. He hears God whispering the magic words that are more powerful than windstorms, earthquakes, and fire. And those magic words are, I love you. This is why, before venturing to walk over the stormy seas of life, Jesus needed to be on the mountain by himself, away from the crowds, just to pray, just to be. He needed not only to listen to God the Father whispering to him, he needed to become himself the whispered magic word that our Father in heaven wanted to tell us, his fallen, disabled brothers and sisters, sinking in the stormy seas of life. Through Jesus, who is God's own word made man, he keeps gently whispering in our ears, take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid. I am no ghost, but indeed I am just a gentle whisper saying, I love you. Have you ever heard God whispering to you? If not, just be still and try to whisper back to Him and to all those you meet along the road those magic words. I love you. God bless you and thank you.